All right, here we go. Salute to Knicks Nation on this Saturday night. Knicks at home once again for Game 3 of the 4-game homestand. This time the Los Angeles Clippers come into town. And Clippers, who had just given up a 21-point lead to lose to the Bucks on Thursday night, start off the game red hot from 3. Shoot 60% from the three-point line by the end of the first half. Knicks three-point defense, absolutely abysmal. You had Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, the Clippers' big two, dominating the Knicks defense. So in the fourth quarter, the Knicks found themselves down by 17 points. But it was not over. It was once again a cardiac Knicks affair because the Knicks bench was able to keep it respectable just in time for Captain Clutch Jalen Brunson to start cooking. Brunson, who accounted for 13 of the Knicks' 15 points in the final 5 minutes, got the Knicks the lead, but with just one rebound needed to seal it, the Knicks could not seal off Nicholas Batum, who gets the three-pointer to kick this thing into overtime. And once it went into overtime, man, the Clippers just ran away with this thing and win the game 134-128. Clippers outscoring the Knicks 19-13, 15 of those 19 points from the free throw line. And the Knicks lose a heartbreaker in cardiac Knicks fashion, man. CP the Fanchise Alex Trataros on the ones and twos. Let me just take a quick exhale before we get into this, because this was another tough one, man. I'm tight.
Tell me about it.
I'm tight, man. I mean, so many things that just, grinded your gears in this game. The three-point defense to start off, atrocious. Awful. Absolutely atrocious. I didn't think we were going to handle the George and Kawhi Leonard matchup well, and it was proven the case. They dominated, whether it was Grimes or RJ, they dominated. To the point where Tibbs had to put Julius on Kawhi Leonard in crunch time just to try to put some size on him to try to slow him down. RJ missing 15 straight threes throughout this game, coming off the last 2 games and into this game. His defense woeful. Couldn't hit the broadside of a bar for 3.5 quarters. But shout out to the bench, man. I thought the bench, McBride gave us some great minutes. I thought Hartenstein was pretty decent against his old team. Obi chipping in with another efficient outing. Mm-hmm. And with a 17-point deficit, those guys brought us back in the fourth with tenacious defense and good offense. And then, like I said, man, with 5 minutes to go, Jalen Brunson just got activated. Whether it was him shooting, which was on point the entire game, or assisting, like I said, he accounted for 13 of the Knicks' 15 points in the final 5 minutes. He was great. Absolutely outstanding. But on the final play to Batum, man, look, like I said, there was a lot of reasons why this game was lost, but on the final possession of the fourth, RJ had to get that rebound. Just needed to get that rebound because the Knicks got caught in a scramble. It gets over to Batum, and Batum knocks down the 3. Then in overtime, Ty Lue makes his adjustments. He puts Batum on Julius. He puts Kawhi Leonard on Brunson. So if you try to get the 1-4 pick and roll, you get caught on a switch. You still like your defense. You still like your matchups. I thought Batum was great, to get the three-pointer into overtime. And then, defensively, I thought he was good. A lot of boneheaded turnovers, though, especially in the overtime, man. How many times are you going to see the Knicks turn the ball over in the paint? Just forcing bad passes into the paint. And then, as I said, they sent the Clippers to the free throw line at least 8 times in overtime. 15 of the Clippers' 19 points came from the free throw line. So, execution, or the lack thereof just doomed the Knicks, especially in the final 5 minutes. And they lose, man, 134 to 128. What'd you think about the game tonight, bro?
I mean, it was good to see where our defense stands against a top 3-point shooting team. The Clippers, as of right now, are 7th in the NBA when it comes to 3-point percentage at 38%. They're 13th in attempts with 34 threes that are put up per game. As you talked about in the start, you just saw that they were hitting everything. We kept giving them space. We were late on the rotation. The drop coverage is just you can't allow a top 3-point shooting team just to come in and just start knocking down threes without any contest. So that put us in a hole early. And the thing is that the Knicks weren't shooting horrendously. They were actually shooting about 40%. They were shooting around 40% from three in the beginning, but you're allowing your opponent to shoot 60, 70% for parts of the game. At one point, it was up to 70 because they went 7 for 10 right off the rip.
Yeah.
So, that is number one. Rebounding. We are without Mitch, and it continues to show how impactful he is on the glass and stuff like this. Yeah, I get it. Like at points throughout the early parts of the season, like we missed critical rebounds as well, but this shows where you talk about second chance opportunities. We were down, how many times did you see guys forcing shots and we lose it because the Clippers would just get it and they're able to go attack and transition or set up their offense in the half court and then attack. Yeah. We're not getting the second chance opportunities right now. And like kudos to like Hartenstein, who's really stepped his game up with Mitch being out and has been playing admirably over the last couple of games, the last few games, whatever you want to say. But, we need to be better on the glass, especially when it's just Randall and Hartenstein out there. Defensively, this team was a nightmare matchup. You talked about it. So Kawhi, Paul George, we didn't have an answer for either one of those guys. So, but they're two superstars, man. They do whatever they want. They are like RJ had a very tough time guarding Kawhi. I thought it was wise to even put Randall. Randall had a good defensive possession, against Kawhi in the fourth quarter, which then translated to I think it was. Hold on one second. What was it? You had Randall with the solid defense. Brunson then returns and goes scores. And it's stuff like that where you see like in these critical moments, like the Knicks can like turn it on, like they can play that tight defense when you need it, but then you just crumble on overtime. And it's just like tough. Like why is Hartenstein trying to make a pass with three guys in the paint?
Yeah.
Why? Just go up.
Julius
draw
did
the
it.
foul.
Hartenstein did it. There was at least 3 bad turnovers in the paint, bro.
It's too many, man. Like you just got to read the floor better when it's that crowded.
Yeah.
But it also comes down to shot selection too, man. The last thing I'll say is like too many times we're seeing guys forcing shots where they pick up their dribble, like no one's coming to help anybody get the ball and like reset the offense, and guys are chucking up shots. But shout out to the second unit tonight. I thought they did a decent job.
Yeah, I did. I thought the second unit did do a decent job. And it's just a tough matchup, man. Just a tough matchup. I actually took we'll get to prize picks later, but I cleared my entire sheet 5 for 5.
Yeah, I saw one of the selections that you made. Come on, bro.
Wait, which one? Which selection you talking about?
The RJ one.
Yeah. I didn't expect a good game from him. And what do you know? I was right. I took RJ with less than 33 points, rebounds, and assists because, number one, I thought he was going to have trouble with Kawhi Leonard. And I took Kawhi Leonard with more than 26.5 points because I thought he was – but, look, Kawhi's playing at a high level right now. He's killing it right now. He's playing very well. And so with RJ not defending well at all this year, I just felt like that was an easy one. For Kawhi, and then, being that he'd be struggling on the defensive end, I didn't think his offense was going to come around today either, and it didn't. He was abysmal. Like I said, coming into this game, he had already missed 8 straight threes, and then in this game, he misses 7. Finally did knock him down. He finally did get 5 nice points in that run. In that run in the fourth quarter, he did get 5 nice points.
He did.
To get us there, including a 3. But, man, it was a nightmare game for him, man.
Absolutely.
It was a nightmare game. And, Paul George, equally shredded us. So, these are the games where you look at it and it's just like, yo, we need a wing. We need a wing. I'm watching in the first quarter, and I'm just watching these guys between Marcus Morris, Kawhi, Paul George, just shooting right over guys.
Yeah.
Shooting right over guys. There's nothing Grimes can do. When PG's on, he's on. There's nothing Grimes can do. They're shooting right over him.
Yeah.
And that's outside of them getting wide open threes.
Yep.
Because they weren't running them off the line hard enough.
Well, even if either one of them got into the paint, they were able to just back Grimes down, back RJ down, and then do a turnaround jumper and shoot right over them. Like we saw it numerous times, man. But that's when you have capable wings like that, that's what makes the matchup difficult. And that's, I was just thinking while I was watching this game too, where Kawhi commended RJ, was it like last season or was it last season or a season ago?
It was 2 seasons ago when they came here, right? And RJ's defense on him was like, you're like, yo, that year RJ was playing some pretty decent defense.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, watching tonight, I'm like, what is going? Like, why is it such a drastic drop in defense? Overall, it was a horrible night for RJ, but you know what another thing is? How about Ty Lue going small ball on us and us staying traditional?
Yeah, which you knew he would. He goes to his guy in Batum. You knew that. You knew they were going to take Zubac out at some point.
Yeah.
And get their small ball 5 and Batum out there. Tibbs chose, I guess he chose Hartenstein as his small ball 5.
Maybe you match, speed with speed, put Obi out there.
Yeah. Actually
had a decent game tonight. Went 2 for 3 from downtown, 3 for 4 from the field, got you 8 points.
Yep.
Why don't you match that offense with your offense? Go get a guy who's out there who can just run up and down the court, make easy shots, actually hitting his threes.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. This is in-game adjustments. In-game adjustments, man. In-game adjustments. Trying to be creative. This is where I ask, can you be creative when you're watching the game unfold in front of you, saying, all right, they're going small ball. They're really taking Hartenstein away from the rim. They're making it a little bit more difficult for us, right? They're trying to be open in the space. How about you actually put Obi out there with Randall, and you allow Randall to play some small ball 5. You have Obi out there who's shooting threes today. You have no excuse to say he's not doing anything today.
Yeah. Brutal. And don't get any easier because they got Philadelphia coming in tomorrow.
Oh, man.
They got a rested Sixer team coming into town. So, a 4-game homestand. But
watch them beat Philly and really confuse all of us.
Then you get the the I told you so's, and we're just one piece away. Just get rid of the coach. We're right there. Oh yeah. Could be. You just never know, man.
Hey man, we kept it close on Christmas Day. I'm just saying.
Who's guarding Embiid?
Hey, I'm just saying we kept it close. I'm not just saying that we.
Mitch,
all I'm saying is don't be surprised if this team really confuses you the next day and just like, what is happening?
It's possible. I did not like the challenge on the Norman Powell poster on Julius. I thought that was ridiculous.
No. Waste.
I thought that was ridiculous. I thought it was a waste. I didn't understand what they were like. What were they trying to challenge? Even Clyde was confused. He's like, what are they challenging, actually? Like,
I was confused.
What were they trying to do there? Because then after that, you couldn't even use it on one of the 8,000 times you put the Clippers in the line in overtime.
Yep.
You couldn't even use it because they wasted it. I don't understand who was watching the tape to say, "Hey, let's challenge this. We have a we have a legitimate claim here."
And what was going to be the turnaround? They doesn't take the free throw. The free throw, was that it? Like, it wasn't going to be offensive foul. So I don't understand why you make that call.
That was ridiculous to me, man. You lose a timeout and you lose a challenge. Absolutely ridiculous. Brunson should have made the All-Star team. Let's talk about a bright spot. If you look at what Jalen Brunson was doing, not just in this game, because he was cooking all these guys. Terrence Mann, forget about it. What
after coming back from it, after being sick for a day.
After being sick, he was sick that he didn't make the All-Star game.
I would be too.
Yeah. I mean,
put DeMar DeRozan in here.
Yeah. But I mean, in that fourth, man, crazy. Knicks are down by 10. Brunson makes 1 or 2 free throws. Makes a technical free throw. Finds RJ in the lane for the floater. Down by 6. You get Norman Powell who gets the poster on Julius. So now they're down by 8. RJ gets his 3. Brunson with the scoop layup. They're down by 2. Then Brunson finds Grimes for the corner 3. Puts him up 1. And then Brunson gets the floater to put him up by 3 with 18 seconds left. Crazy, man. All-star, man. Get that man in there, man. KD got to give up his spot, man.
In the third quarter alone, CP.
13 points.
5 for 6 from the field. 5 for 6 from the field. 3 for 4 from downtown.
Yeah. 13 points in the third.
He's a one-man band, man.
Yeah. This is why you give it a number 11 and get out the way. As I said the other night. But it's a team game. Win as a team, lose as a team. And Knicks lose, man. 134-128. What do you guys think in the chat? Leave an emoji in the chat, man. Let us know how you feeling. Let's go to the phones and hear from Dave G. Dave, how you feeling, bro?
What's going on, CP? What's going on, Alex?
How you feeling, bro?
I'm heated, bro. You know, I'm irritated.
Yeah.
We're watching the game. My girlfriend's like, they're going to win. Look at that. And I'm like, no, they're not. No, they're not. Just wait. Just wait. I've been doing this for 26 years.
Yeah,
just wait.
Just wait for it to fall off.
But let's talk real quick. The NBA is about 3 things.
Yeah.
This is a make or miss league.
Yep.
It's about stars and it's about matchups. And I really don't think this team is ever going to reach their ceiling. And I really think that RJ has a lot of potential, but he just doesn't have the defensive capabilities to match up with these wings. He just doesn't. Mm-hmm. I don't see him being the long-term solution at the 3, and I don't see us moving Grimes. I think RJ is going to end up being the odd man out one of these years. I think everybody needs to just send some letters and some DMs to an Anthony Edwards or somebody and be like, hey, go ahead and demand that trade. And let's get on that. I don't know who the next person's going to be that demands a trade, but I think the front office is going to be like, hey, RJ, we kept you this year, but it ain't happening, brother. It ain't happening because the way Julius and Jalen are playing, they're all-stars. Jalen's an all-star. Let's just keep it 100. Like this dude, He's cooking everybody. Drew Holiday and DeMar DeRozan, stop it. Just stop it. It's ridiculous that Jalen Brunson's not an all-star. But I think RJ's going to be the odd man out this summer, man. I think Obi's going to be the odd man out at the deadline, and I think RJ's going to be the odd man out at the end of the year. And then you got your number 3 pick and your number 8 pick from the past 5 years that are both gone. And I think that's pretty rough. But
okay.
But hell of a game from Jalen. Let's see what happens tomorrow night. But you guys take it easy.
Appreciate it, man. Hang in there, Dave. What do you guys think in the chat, man? What do you guys think about Dave's call, man? 1 being trash, 5 being facts. Is it tomatoes for Dave? I didn't see many tomatoes right there. I didn't see many.
There's one set of 5s coming in. Oh, we got a couple 5s.
What do you guys think, man?
There's some tomatoes.
Okay, Manny Banks is not with it. Now Manny Banks for more tomatoes. Okay.
Christopher Jack.
Yep. All right. Well, we got some 5s.
OS high.
We got some
Lambert.
5s. I mean, look, it's hard to tell which direction they go in. As I've said in the past, just looking at this Mitchell trade, if you're bringing in someone who's more talented, then yeah, I think everybody's on the table. Everybody's on the table. The Leon has showed you that no one is untouchable right now. So we just don't know who's going to be the next guy available. We just don't know.
For RJ, it all depends if he gets back to that defensive intensity that we saw a couple years ago, man. We were just talking about it. Can he bring that back? Like, Fred Katz dropped an article where it was earlier on in the season where he talked about how RJ didn't get he was only playing like pickup or anything along those lines, like really playing basketball, because in your contract year I don't know if it was a lot or some players really don't play basketball in case they get injured, so that way they don't ruin the capability of getting an extension or anything like that. So you read that and you're like, okay, you're not playing basketball, you're taking that time off, and you need to go you're just waiting, you're just lifting weights and whatnot. So with that, let's see if he can come back in next season and is at better shape if the Knicks don't trade him, right? Because we already saw that he was on the table for Donovan Mitchell. If the Knicks see that there's an opportunity to upgrade, unless they make a trade for OG Anunoby, then I think if they make a trade for OG Anunoby, I really think he's on the way out. Because we just keep hearing how much Tibbs loves Grimes. And I don't think Tibbs is ready to put Grimes on the bench. I think he wants him in the starting rotation. And Tibbs values defense. So we'll see. We'll see. Let's see RJ for next season, but we'll see.
Yep. Shout out to Steve the Art Man. $10 Super Chat says, up 3, you have to foul, period, especially under 8 seconds. Yeah. That was certainly an option. They chose to guard him head up. They got to stop, get the rebound. You got to get the rebound there. But just wasn't meant to be, man. Another tough one. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Shout out to all of our channel members, Al, and shout out to our team #news. If you guys are new viewers, if you guys are new to the chat, go ahead and type in #new, and we'll shout you out as well. 1,100 people on the check-in. Welcome to KFTV Postgame Live, presented by Manscaped. Let's go back to the Discord. Alex from Astoria. Alex, how you feeling?
CP, salute Alex.
What's good, bro?
What's going on, guys? First of all, I just want to say long-time listener, first-time caller, and I appreciate everything you guys do for us. You guys put out some great content.
Appreciate it, man.
We need it, man. We need it. But look, I'm tight tonight. Honestly, I'm tight tonight. I just thought that the game management by Tom Thibodeau was absolutely egregious. First off, RJ shouldn't have been in the game down the stretch. He was absolutely putrid. Couldn't hit a shot the entire game. He hit that clutch 3, but besides that, wasn't giving us anything really defensively or offensively. And then you have that really stupid challenge on the dunk.
It was ridiculous.
By Powell. And Tibbs only challenged it because Randall was emotional about it, But, the guy scored anyways. Why are you challenging that? And that ended up being costly because there was a couple of questionable calls in overtime where that actually could have helped us. All right. And then how can you, as the coach, on the final possession, you're up by 3. How are you not yelling at your team, foul, foul, foul?
Yeah.
3 really costly mistakes coaching wise tonight that would have won us this game. What would have been, I think, again, one of the best ones of the season, turned into one of the worst losses. So I don't know. For me, I appreciate everything Tibbs has done because he's brought us from deep depths of hell to, somewhat being respectable. But at the same time, you see the errors and you see where he really lacks. And I don't know. For me, I feel like Leon's going to give him a chance to coach a superstar, to coach a really respectable roster. But I don't know. I want you guys' input. Is it worth to let Tibbs just ride it out with these guys and they're bringing a superstar and see how far he could take that team with a couple of really good players and these guys around them? Or should we just get rid of him now and just bring somebody else? And again, I respect what he's done for us, but at the same time, you see that, he just can't take us home. He can't take us home in situations where, coaching, it makes the difference, and he hasn't been able to to just take us home. Anyways, that's all I have to say. Appreciate you guys, and keep on doing your thing, guys. Appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. I mean, look, man, this is Leon's guy. This is Leon's guy. Mm-hmm. And if they make the playoffs, he's here to stay. Like I don't really know what to tell fans. You know, every night they want Tibbs out of here. You're not getting any closer to it. His in-game, he's not an in-game tactician. We see it time and time again. He gets out-coached by everybody.
That's the thing. Yeah, well, that's where I think to answer that question, you have to say, one, do we have enough talent that we can go make some noise in the playoffs? Because if you do believe that, then I could understand saying we need another voice in here, someone a little bit more creative to take this team to another level. If you do believe that. If you don't believe that, then I can understand sticking with this coach who continues to create a foundation and gets guys to buy in while staying competitive until you're ready to either promote Johnny Bryant, unless you really think there's another coach who's ready to succeed after him. But that's a tough question to ask. I mean, we just see this. I think if they make the playoffs this year, you obviously know he's going to come back next year. Yeah. I think the thing is next season. Is he going to take that next step next season as a coach? And if you start to see the same thing again,
but
I would not be surprised.
He's the same guy. He's the same guy. He's been the same
guy.
Yeah,
but I think the thing is, like, you know, you heard James Dolan talk about making the playoffs, baby steps, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Baby steps is okay. You now made the playoffs under this front office. If they do it, 2 out of 3 seasons. A first round exit again, just to play for that for the following season, isn't cutting it. So that's when I would say, yes, you got to move on and go figure out who can get you to the next level. Mm-hmm. So I think if they get it this season, he's safe for one more season. Next season should be a bigger indication of what's going to happen and how the team starts. If this team starts out rocky, he's going to be gone. Yeah. If it's another first round exit the season after that, if they make the playoffs this year, I think you should move on from him if it's the same thing, because at that point, that's not you're not improving the team anywhere, and you already see what the glaring issue is, and you need to improve so that way you're the guys that you have on contracts who you consider valuable, you can utilize them in their primes, right? Like Randall. Brunson hasn't really hit it yet. He's 25. And anybody else who's developing on this team. That way you get the most out of this roster and see what you have for development moving forward.
Fair point. And then on his comment in regards to RJ, yeah, it's another Laker game. He was out. He goes IQ. He goes Grimes. This game, you could argue RJ's even worse. He goes back to him with 5 minutes left. You don't see quickly for the whole rest of the game.
Yeah, questionable.
Like I as I said, how he rotates these guys is gonna be a question every single game, because this is a game where you could argue you probably could have went with Quick, unless he's trying to match up in size. I don't know, but either way, he didn't have it tonight. You know, it's weird.
It's weird, but then weird. In that situation, who are you putting quickly on if you have Grimes in there?
That's a problem.
That's the issue, right?
Yeah.
And so we already see that, you know, Paul George and Kawhi are shooting over both Grimes and RJ. The only actual, I thought, best defensive adjustment was having Randall. You saw how he put Randall on Kawhi, which I thought was a little bit better. I thought that was a little bit better than having RJ out there, because RJ was just getting cooked left, right, and center. So, I guess you could have had Quickly in there, but it's still a difficult matchup tonight.
Yeah.
You know, but I would understand it. I would understand if he went that way. Quick's playing better defense.
Right. It's tough, man. It's definitely tough. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Shout out to Hoodies Vintage, $10 super chat. Says, tough loss. We're running out of more victories. 2 adjustments, maybe go small to switch everything and always foul after the first 3-point attempt. And Randall should have been on Leonard. Hashtag outcoached again. Hashtag free Johnny. Shout out to Hoodies Vintage. Shout out to Boniac Soto, $10 super chat. Shout out to Boniac Soto. And yeah, man. Yo.
And you know, nights like this, after you just saw the article by Ian Begley, and you hear the story from Randall on how Johnny Bryant went down to Dallas to go talk to him to help get his mental right, and to really get him ready for this season. You know, it's only adding fuel to the fire to bring Johnny Bryant.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
It is. It is. I just don't think they're there just yet. You know, from a Leon perspective, I just don't think they're there.
No, but it's stuff that you see from a coach that's like, honestly, that kind of gives me good head coach qualities, because it's not just X's and O's. It's not just watching the film. It's connecting with your players and being able to hold them accountable and getting them to buy into something. That's why I have assistant coaches, right?
Yeah.
Your assistant coaches also help too. So the head coach shouldn't be trying to do everything. They're more of a manager than they are, you know, always like crunching everything and doing the X's and O's. Like, yeah, you should know that stuff, but there's a personality, there's the player relation aspect to it too.
Let's go to Zay. Zay from Maryland. Zay, how you feeling, bro?
What's going on, fellas? How you doing?
Good, man. What's going on?
All right. So one thing Alex kind of mentioned it earlier, exactly what I wanted to call about.
Yeah.
Is the biggest adjustment Tibbs made was putting Randall on Kawhi.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, Randall. One thing I'll give it up to RJ. RJ has a lot of the tough matchups. He's always having to defend the toughest guy on the other side between him and IQ. So they're gonna get cooked, right? So we got to have a little bit of understanding when it comes to. But one thing you can't understand, the 3-ball that he fouled Batum on in overtime, you can't do that, bro. Yeah. That's horrible, right? I understand that. But one of the biggest things that just kind of pisses me off when it comes to that, though, is why are we still playing man all game? Like, where's our defensive adjustments? Like, why are we not switching on pick and rolls? They're getting cooked in pick and rolls. You know, there's no change in the defensive scheme, and that's a Tibbs thing.
Yeah,
you know, that's something that he has to figure out and adjust. He has to be more creative. The way Tibbs coaches is more of like, this is my scheme, figure it out. You guys got to go with it, right? There's no adjustment to your personnel, and that's a horrible way of coaching. I like Tibbs. At the end of the day, he brought us to a position that we haven't been to in a long time. So, yeah, we're in a better position now than before Tibbs. But at the end of the day, we got to find a way to elevate from there. So that's one thing. The other thing is, any team that's going against Kawhi and Paul George, and they're up by 3 with a couple seconds left, is going to foul. That was just a bad call right there. This shouldn't even went into overtime.
Yeah.
All that stuff just tells me with coaching. And we need Mitch back. That's my last point. We need Mitch back. At the end of the day, there's no reason why Sims out there only got – how many rebounds did he get this game? 2? Or I think 0. We got to do better. We have no boards with Mitch out, and that's not good because we're getting cooked right now.
Sims only had 1 in 21 minutes. I
we
hard
need to
11.
figure that out.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Thanks, guys. But we need to get some big man.
Appreciate it, man. Good call by Zay. Definitely a good call. Salute to everybody in the chat once again, man. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. 134-128. Knicks lose a heartbreaker in overtime. And yeah, Zay was right, man. Zay hit it on the head. You know, a couple of adjustments that could have been made. They have fouled prior to the Clippers getting at that 3. You know, the defensive adjustments when the Knicks 3-point defense is getting absolutely flamed out there. Clippers are shooting 3-point percentage. They're 7th in the league in 3-point percentage. 7th in the league. They've been that way under Ty Lue. They've been that way for a number of years. They've been a top 3-point shooting team in the league. So you got to guard up. You know, you got to guard up. So that was a tough one to get through. Shout out to Lash in the chat. Salute to all of our mods. Al, let's take a look at this thing by the numbers, man. By the numbers presented by Prize Picks. This one started with a Clippers barrage from downtown, but the Knicks were able to shoot the ball fairly well today, shooting 43% from, well, the Clippers shot 43% from downtown. Knicks shooting 45% from downtown. A lot of that was attributed to the late comeback in the second half to get the Knicks back into it. The Clippers did start the game off hot from downtown, but Knicks were able to catch back up. Both teams finishing tied in the rebounding category. But the fouls, 30 fouls to 20, and especially in overtime, the Knicks sent the Clippers to the line, I think about 8 times, 15 points in overtime. The Clippers were able to score from the free throw line. So, that was a tough one to overcome, obviously. Knicks turning the ball over 10 times, leading to 14 Clipper points. Clippers winning the fast break matchup 12-5. And yeah, those are some of the key stats, man. Now, any stats that stuck out to you?
Usually we dominate on the boards. We're tied with the Clippers for this one, 46-46. You talked about free throw shooting. Clippers got to the line the most. Honestly, man, it just really comes back to 3-point shooting. Like we did a respectable job, but we gotta just do it better. It's just on defense, man. Like we can look at this. This is like fine. Actually, when you look at this, the Knicks usually would win with these type of statistics. They're even the passing the ball well. They had 30 assists tonight, which has been some question amongst the fan base with Brunson in there, whether or not the ball is flowing. But ball was flowing pretty well, especially late in the game. But with numbers like this, you would expect the Knicks to win on this type of night. But this is why the Clippers are a good team, man. This is why they're where they're right now. Let's see where they are in the standings. Clippers are, if this computer will load, Clippers are 4th in the standing right now, 30 and 26. So
4th in the West.
Yep, 4th in the West. So there's a reason why they're 4th, man. You just see it.
True story, man. Yeah, they got some good contributions. I mean, obviously they're led by George and Kawhi, and Kawhi starting to really pick things up. And then off the bench, you have Batum, and Norman Powell doing the damn thing as well. Clippers still in the hunt for a point guard. We'll see where they go from there. But, again, a tough one for the Knicks to lose. But Prize Picks, ladies and gentlemen, is brought to you guys by the numbers. The key stats of the night is brought to you guys by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is daily fantasy sports made easy, man. Go to prizepicks.com and use promo code KFTV for a 100% instant deposit match up to $100. And it's very easy to play, man. Very easy to play Prize Picks. All you do is you're going to select 2 to 6 players. And what Prize Picks has, they have a number of stats to choose from. You can play a number of sports. You can play football, you can play NBA, you can play NHL, and you're going to choose 2 to 6 players, and you're going to predict whether or not that player is going to do more or less than the given stat projection that Prize Picks has for that night. And once again, as I've been telling you guys, for the Super Bowl, they have a great deal out there. They have Patrick Mahomes at 0.5 passing yards. That's an obvious gimme that you can play between now and the Super Bowl. The only thing is with the Mahomes prop is you can only put money on that up to $25. So you can't keep playing that between now and the Super Bowl. So use it wisely, and you can only use it up to $25 in a ticket. All right, so that's that. But now on my picks tonight, Al, because I did come out a winner, a 5 for 5 night for CP the Fanchise on Prize Picks. As I had said, I didn't think RJ was going to fare well in this game. Both the defensive matchup and offensively with the Clippers' bigger wings, I didn't think this was going to be a good one for him. I took RJ Barrett with less than 31.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And RJ finished with just 17, sorry, just 17. Okay.
Trying to blame you for his night. Did you make the phone call? I mean, you did interview them this summer. Did you like, yo, RJ? I need this, man. I really need this bad. I need to get on my Prize Picks winning streak again. I gotta go 5 for 5. Do your homie a solid. I need you to throw some bricks tonight.
So I took that. Now on the flip side, I took Kawhi Leonard with more than 26.5 points. I just thinking the Knicks were going to have any matchup that was going to be able to slow him down. I didn't see Julius being put on him at all in this game, but Tibbs ended up going there late. But I thought whether RJ or Grimes or anybody on the Knicks bench, Kawhi Leonard was going to tear them up, and he did. And he finished tonight with 30 points. So I did end up hitting that one. 30 points for Kawhi Leonard. I went with DeAndre Ayton, more than 20.5 points. Detroit, the Suns playing the Detroit Pistons. Detroit, one of the worst defensive teams in the league, especially in the front court. I thought this was going to be an easy night for Ayton. And on the second half of back-to-backs, he's doing very, very well. On the second half of back-to-backs, he is averaging 23 points per game. Detroit giving up the third most points in the paint over the last 3 games. So I thought that was a gimme. So I took DeAndre Ayton, and he got 30 points on the night. And also in this Knicks game, I took Ivica Zubac with more than 9.5 rebounds in this game. I didn't think, again, between Sims and Hartenstein, I gave Zubac the edge on the boards, and he broke this number in the first half. He finished the first half with 10 rebounds. So I got that one. And then the last one, Brandon Ingram has returned, ladies and gentlemen. Brandon Ingram home against the Lakers, his old team. I had Brandon Ingram with more than 23.5 points, and he finished with 35. So it was a 5 for 5 night for the franchise. A $20 submission netted out $200, man. So you get 10 times your money there. And I came out a winner, man. What'd you do, Al?
There you go. I like the revenge game with Brandon Ingram.
Revenge game.
It.
Yeah,
absolutely. I like it.
Yep.
All right. So here's where I went for Prize Picks tonight. I stayed away from the Knicks game tonight. I was just like, I didn't want to deal with it. So I chose Giannis Antetokounmpo with more than 50.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He did that and got me 61. I then chose Steph Curry. Because Steph Curry's been pretty hot over the last couple of games, hitting more than 5 threes in a game over the last couple of games. So I chose him for more than 4.5 3-pointers made. Doesn't look like that's going to happen because the game's about to be over, and it is over. And he only ended with
I think he left the game. I think he left the game with an injury.
That would explain why he only has 2 made 3-pointers. So I missed on that one. I then took the Patrick Mahomes. 0.5 more passing yards. So waiting on that one, that should be a gimme. So I only missed on Steph Curry so far. I'm still waiting on Patrick Mahomes. But then I took LeBron James for more than 13.5 points in the second half, and he did that with 15.
You like those second half numbers. You
yes,
play the second half, so you play the halves. Okay.
Yes, I play the halves, man. I try to. Sometimes you got to feel how a game's going to see, all right, maybe this is gonna be a layup.
Makes sense.
And then I chose DeMar DeRozan. I was like, all right, I'm going to go back to DeMar, see if he actually redeems himself after killing me last time, even though I still came out with 4 out of 5 picks in the last sheet I did. But I chose him for more than 25.5 points, and he got me 27 tonight. So if I get Patrick Mahomes, which should be a gimme, that's 4 out of 5. Not bad.
Nice. And for you people at home, play Prize Picks. Play to win, but play responsibly, man. Go to prizepicks.com and use promo code KFTV for an instant deposit match of up to $100. All right, let's go to the phones. To the phones we go. Area code 973. What's your name and where you calling in from?
Yo, what's going on? It's Papa Left. What's good?
Papa Left.
Oh, man.
Draws the number 1 call. This is like the Royal Rumble. It's Papa Left in the building. Let's go.
Yeah. 60 grand, coming up on 60 grand here at KnicksFanTV. Run the likes up, man. Hit the like button, man. I'll try to keep it rapid fire, man. I feel like the Clippers were up 17 and they got the news that Kyrie was coming, and I felt like they were feeling themselves a little bit, and they took the foot off the gas, and then the Knicks pretty much, they brought it to him. I thought Randall stepped up. He took on the assignment of Kawhi. That was good to see.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, thought Randall had a really good game. He just should be nowhere near that basketball in high leverage moments.
The anti-clutch. You got Brunson's clutch. Randall's the anti-clutch.
Yeah, he should be nowhere near the basketball in those moments. But honestly, his attitude and his energy tonight was everything you could ask for.
Mm-hmm.
I think Knicks fans get caught up in this conundrum of being in a silo of their own fanhood and PTSD, and they don't really focus on their contemporaries of their competition. Like, Tom Thibodeau is better than Derek Fisher, but he was not coaching against Derek Fisher tonight. He was coaching against Ty Lue. Like, Leon Rose is better than Phil Jackson, but he has to pull off a trade with Masai Ujiri and Danny Ainge. So, like, this team, like, they're not going to impress me, to be honest, until they break a family tie. And I think the first one, it looks like it might be Obi Toppin. And CP, like, you've been in a miscommunication war with the fan base on Obi Toppin, but like, Obi had a play tonight where he was literally spacing the floor on the logo. Like, I can't watch it anymore, man. I can't. He's spacing the floor 40 feet away from the basket, and it's just unfair to the kid. I was just looking at, what a rookie extension, max extension could be. And obviously Obi's not that type of player at all. Like, I'm not saying that, but it's like a 5-year, $195 million deal is on the table for a rookie player. And it's like, obviously Obi's not that type of player, but do you ever discuss, Giannis's backup? Do you ever discuss Luka's backup? Do you ever discuss Joker's backup? Like, this guy there's no room for this guy to play in Tibbs's world. Even though in the NBA world, when Ty Lue goes small with 4 minutes left in the third quarter and he takes out Zubac, it's a clear opportunity to bring in Obi. So again, like, when the Knicks decide to, like, make a basketball decision, a tough one, and that relies on not prioritizing family business, which Obi is a CAA client and Sam Rose and all that, like, then that's when this rebuild really gets a jump start and we see what direction this team is going in. Until then, you're going to have frustrating nights like this and just a lot of empty feelings and gut checks. So I thought it was an entertaining game, probably a top 5 entertaining game of the year. I don't really mind the loss. I don't really mind the win. I just want to see this team make a decision that affects, basketball and doesn't necessarily preserve family ties. That's my call, man. Appreciate you, CP. And Alex, what's up?
Good call, bro. Good call.
Appreciate it.
Papa Left on the check-in, kicks us off on the phone. Salute to Papa Left. Yeah, Obi had 8 points tonight. I thought he had an efficient night. I liked one of the shots where he attacked the basket. It's always good to see. Yeah, hit a nice little floater. You like to see that coming off of Hartenstein's dribble handoff. I thought Hartenstein was good in passing in general today. But he did get it to Obi, and Obi attacked downhill and had a nice little floater. You're just not seeing it enough, and you just don't see him enough. He and the second unit did their thing in the fourth quarter, but after that timeout, you knew he was coming out. Now, did you want to see him and Randall out there together? Of course, especially when Ty Lue goes to Batum at the 5, which you knew he was going to do. But then we're looking for boards. How does that impact us on the boards? I don't know. It's tricky, man.
Exactly. You don't know because we don't really get to see it.
Yeah.
And you got to have some confidence in the guy who, goes back to coaching, man. Like, on nights we see him playing timid because he knows he's going to get pulled at some point, right? And then for him, it's like, even if I do well, I won't get more minutes. And even if I'm not playing well, I'm still not going to, I'm just coming out even earlier, most likely. So for him, it's catch-22. Like, what is he to do at this point? And it's frustrating because he's your 8th overall pick. And he hasn't really gotten that much time as a Knick until Randall was out for the remainder of last season. And then we got a glimpse of, maybe this is what he could offer if he gets even more time, But it's just frustrating at this point. And I like the Knicks just need to trade him, sadly. Like, I like Obi, but you got to trade him at this point. Like, it's like there's no beating around the bush. They're going to stick with Randall. So at least try to get some value for this guy by the trade deadline. All right. And let him go get his career. Because this is what Papa left is saying. When he brings up the rookie contract, it's like he's behind Randall right now and hasn't even had an opportunity to go make his money and really develop. That is what Papa left is saying. And so, if you want to do a good family type deal, go put Obi in a good situation where he can go get some run. All right? Because it's not going to be here. You're going to keep rolling with Randall.
Yeah, true story, man. True indeed. And speaking of Obi, what do you guys in the chat think about this? Because our guy Michael Scotto, we've been talking to our guy Michael Scotto about the trade deadline and the Knicks' interest in Malik Beasley. Well, Michael Scotto has reported that the Knicks and Jazz have had discussions on an Obi Toppin, Evan Fournier, and draft picks for Malik Beasley and Jared Vanderbilt. What do you guys think about that? What do you think, man?
I'll do it. We're not using Obi to begin with. Malik Beasley would at least fill a need of a shooter off the bench.
Yeah.
What we do need. You got Vanderbilt, who he's a backup. He's a backup 4 anyway. So, you know what I mean? Like, he'll play those minutes, and we're not going to expect much out of him. But Beasley, go get Beasley if you want some more scoring off the bench.
Yeah, I don't know what type of draft compensation they're talking about. Is it like 2 second-round picks? I don't know. I have no idea. We would have to wait and see. But
what about one of those protected first?
Yeah, I give that up because those things could easily turn into a second. Those could turn into a second. I would do it. I would do it because he's not being used. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're shopping him. I would not be surprised.
They should be shopping him. To be honest, if they don't, and they're like, I would think that Obi wants to be more than just a guy who comes off the bench for 10 minutes for the rest of his career.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just get that out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's on a rookie scale contract. There's still some intrigue around the league with him, right? Like, what could he be? What if you give him a larger role? So use that intrigue to your value and go get something in return instead of just last year of a contract. Then it's like, oh, well, he's going to be a restricted free agent. Now we got to think about re-signing him. We didn't really get enough time to do a player evaluation in-house. Just make that move, man. Just like, for me, like, just let me see. Just go at Obi be the player that he wants to go be, man. Yeah. Not this 10-minute stuff where we're just watching it every single night and we're like, oh, what if we give him more? If we give him more, it's very frustrating.
Yeah, and it's never going to change.
It's not. That's why it's very frustrating. There's been ample opportunities to see a small ball lineup like tonight. We didn't get it. Right? On nights where he's killing it, he still doesn't get more than 15 minutes. If he gets 16, that's a great day.
Yeah. Simple and plain. Simple and plain. Shout out to Papa Left. For the call, so to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Let's go to the Discord. Cody Clock is in the building. Cody Clock, what's good?
Salute Alex. Salute CP. Shout out Lawnmower 4.0. I average 0 turnovers with that,
Yeah.
You got to cut the grass to see the snakes.
Yep.
So what I want to tell you is right now, the Knicks are late. They've been balling a little bit, but they've been off. The Knicks of old, I should say, they would have lost this game by 20. We showed fight. I like that. Let me just say this right now. RJ, he's bad on offense, inefficient. He's bad on defense. OG Anunoby, he's the league leader in tips. I'm talking about not steals, tips, like defensive tips. He's the league leader in steals as a whole. I believe Jimmy Butler is leading the league in steals per game, but as a whole, the most steals in the NBA, OG Anunoby has that. He's averaging 17 points a game. in a perfect world, I would love to have RJ and OG on the Knicks at the same time. But if we have to give up RJ, send him back home to take OG Anunoby, I'm doing that in a heartbeat. He's consistent, not like that. Another thing is, I'm trying to be rapid fire. You know the Metal Gear Solid box. If you ever played Metal Gear, that was Jericho Sims tonight. I don't know what the hell he did. Another thing is, I'm trying to be as fast as I could. Damn, I had a point to make. It was a valid point. Let me just say, I forgot my point, so I'm gonna just say, that flashlight on the lawnmower took me places that my iPhone flashlight would never go. Salute Knicks Fans TV. Salute Chuck D. I love you, Ron Avenue. Yeah, that's it.
Wait. No thoughts on Mitch tonight. No thoughts on Mitch.
Oh yeah. Let me tell you something about Mitchie, because he's not no snitchy. We miss him. A caller called in talking about the pick and rolls, and we're bad at defending the pick and rolls. You put Mitchie in there, that is no problem. Mitchie's the best pick and roll defender I ever seen since Tyson Chandler on the Knicks. And yeah, man, it's on to the next one, man. We're gonna get killed by Philly, but give it up to Jalen Brunson, man. 41 points, man. He deserves an A, man. He deserves an A on that player grade tonight, man. Salute Knicks Fans TV, man.
No doubt, man. Cody Glock holding it down. Salute, man. Salute.
In the words of JD, was that a good loss, Mitchie? As Jamaican Queen in here giving out the JD emojis with the hand over the head.
Shout out Jamaican Queen 22. Oh man. I gotta send these. Say it again.
No, I said my guy Cody went the Metal Gear Solid box, saying Jericho Sims was in disguise, hiding. Woo!
You know, it's funny. I was just thinking about that game earlier today, man. You know, I've been retired from the game of life for a little while now, a couple of years. But I'm like, yeah, I was like, you know, they need to bring out another Metal Gear. The last one was pretty good. Last Metal Gear. I used to play Splinter Cell. Splinter Cell was a dope game, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you're up on that. Were you a PlayStation or Xbox guy? You look like a PlayStation guy. Yeah, you look like a PlayStation guy, bro.
PlayStation guy. What is it? I don't even know how to take that.
Yeah, I could tell. I can profile, you know?
Oh, sheesh.
Yeah, man. I can tell, man. I can tell you was a PlayStation kid.
Yeah, man. I got to play Spyro, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Wait, you can play what?
Spyro.
What is that?
Spyro the Dragon? What?
Oh, that's some new school stuff, man. That's
man.
Some youngster.
What are you talking about?
That's some youngster stuff, man. That's some youngster stuff, bro.
How? Now you're just dating yourself.
Spyro the Dragon? What the hell is that?
What?
Spyro the Dragon?
Yo, this is crazy.
Please
Google Spyro. Please.
What the hell is Spyro?
You never seen that game?
What is Spyro the Dragon?
Oh my God.
What was this? Was this like PlayStation 5 or something?
My man, that's PlayStation 1.
Spyro. See, I had Sega Saturn, bro. You know what I mean? I was an OG. I had Sega Saturn. I was late to the PlayStation game. I did have a PlayStation.
I know, man. You'll go funny on the light if you don't know Spyro. I just sent you the link.
Spyro the Dragon. What was that?
Yo, see, I just sent it to you in the Slack, bro. Come on, you never seen that game?
Yeah, I'm getting old, man. My memory's slipping me, man. Spyro the I did. But like, what was the big deal about it?
You're looking funny, bro, under the light right now. I don't know about you. I don't know if you had a PlayStation or what.
Were people in the chat really rock with Spyro the Dragon like that? Yeah, it came on the demo disc. I wasn't rocking with that, man.
Yo, people are crying.
Spyro the Dragon. What was Spyro the Dragon? Like some Crash Bandicoot? Yeah, Spyro trash. Shout out Stock Chasers in the chat. What was that, man? I'm playing real video games in there, man. Yell in the fantasy world. Spyro the Dragon. That looked like some Barney the dinosaur type of thing. What was it?
Next thing you're gonna tell me is that you never played Zelda either.
Of course, I was nice at it. I was great at Zelda. I was a legend.
This fantasy stuff, but he doesn't play Spyro over here.
What was Spyro the Dragon? What is that?
What do you mean? What is that?
Yo, listen, man. I was a Dreamcast. Did you have Dreamcast?
Nah, I didn't.
Then this conversation is over with.
Look, man. They said choose one and choose wisely. All right.
If you weren't up on the Dreamcast wave, let me put this on the main screen. If you weren't up on the Dreamcast wave, all right, I had the NFL 2K1 with the when they had the little memory card used to draw up the plays so that your man couldn't see what play you were running. That was innovation. Dreamcast was way ahead of its time. Then, if you didn't know, you could open up the Dreamcast. You unscrew it from the back. You take down the switch, and then you can buy bootleg games. You could buy bootleg games for like $5. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
NBA 2K on Dreamcast. Classics, man.
Nah,
Classics.
see what I was doing? I was going to my friend's house to play Sonic because I always wanted Sonic. And I was like, come on, man.
Oh, Anthony Vasquez Shenmue. Yeah, I bought. Yeah, once I modified my Dreamcast, I had the Japanese version of Shenmue. I couldn't even understand what was going on, but I was just going through the game. And at the end of the game, it was a fight scene. You had to square off with like 50 dudes. Shenmue was a classic. People didn't really know about that.
But the real question is, did you play Smash Brothers on Nintendo?
No. No. I was a 64 guy. I didn't have 64. But on 64, I was a GoldenEye guy. I was a WCW NWO Revenge guy. Classic game. And Zelda. A little Mario Kart. But I didn't have 64. So I wasn't up on the. I stopped playing Nintendo after like Super Nintendo.
Oh, okay.
So I wasn't
no
up
007.
No, that's what I said. GoldenEye.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
Yeah, GoldenEye.
Okay, GoldenEye.
Yeah. You probably used to use Odd Job. You was probably cheating with Odd Job.
No.
See, we had a no Odd Job rule.
No.
Couldn't use them. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Code Veronica. That was a good game. Yeah, Smash Brothers. Once after Super Nintendo, I was off the Nintendo wave. I didn't even have Super Nintendo. I was a Genesis guy. I was a Sega loyalist. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have GameCube. I don't have Switch. I didn't have any of that.
Okay.
You know.
Now it's all Warzone.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah. You know, Call of Duty was my thing. Yeah, Spyro the Dragon. No, I was not up on it, man. I was on like Twisted Metal and all of that, man. Twisted Metal.
Need for Speed?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, all the Need for Speeds, the Gran Turismo.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
You go. Yes, sir.
Gran Turismo. And Sega had another version of Gran Turismo. I forgot what it was called. Vantage Point. That was a sleeper. People don't know about Vantage Point.
Someone put NFL Street 2. Absolutely.
NBA Street 2.
NBA Street 2
was
another
a classic.
Good one, yes.
They need to bring that back.
Yes. The streets were awesome.
Yeah. I didn't play NFL like that.
NFL Street was, just rocking people into the wall.
Yeah. No, I don't know. When that Spyro the Dragon stuff was out, I might have been on Call of Duty by that time. I was gone. I was out of there. You know.
I'm sure you were playing Atari.
Somebody
too, right?
said NBA Street 2 was garbage. Oh my God. Almighty Finesse. What? Whoa! Somebody check that guy's credentials, man.
Is Almighty Finesse also the person who said no one was playing Spyro?
I don't know. I didn't see that, but I don't. Nah, he must be thinking about NBA Ballers. Because there's no way NBA Streets 2 was a classic, worldwide classic. He's wilding, Jason Averala. He's wilding out.
That's crazy. Those games were.
Dwight Blake, NBA Streets 2 garbage. Get this guy out of here. NBA Streets 2 was a classic, absolute classic. Ooh, Def Jam Fight for New York. That was a good game for PlayStation. That was a very good game.
You still play Madden?
Bro, I don't play. I don't have time for games, bro. Yeah, I haven't picked up Madden in ages. Every time you look at it, it looks the same from like 2000. For the last 20 years, Madden been looking the same. You know, they try to get you with the commercials and make you feel like they finally, you know, getting some cutting edge game, and looks the same.
Same thing with 2K.
Same thing with 2K. You know? Nah, Streets 2 was a classic, yeah, with the Pete Rock and CL Smooth intro. How could you forget that? How have they not remade that? That would have been nice.
Moving all the names in here.
Gotham Clips, every Madden is only updated rosters. Yeah, it's been that way for like 20 years, man. It's been crazy.
GTA, yes, GTA.
Yeah, yes, Grand Theft Auto for sure.
Absolutely.
Grand Theft Auto. Oh, what was the other Grand Theft Auto bootleg game that was just like
I know what you're talking about.
It was just over the top. They were like, yeah, we're wilding with this game. There was like no objectives. It was just straight like
what was it?
Straight gunplay. It was called not Sin City, not State of Emergency. What was that other game? It was a Grand Theft Auto like bootleg. Saints Row.
Saints Row, yes.
Dimitri D in the chat. Saints Row.
Yes.
I had Saints Row. I was like, yo.
That was a wild game.
I was like, yeah, this is a little over the top. It's just a little over the top for me, man. Saints Row was gully, man. It was crazy. They must have only made one. And like, yeah, we can't come out with a part 2, man.
Yeah, I don't even know how you top that one.
Yeah. Oh, SOCOM. SOCOM was a good one for PlayStation.
SOCOM was good.
Yeah. Harry Romero says FIFA. Nah, I had FIFA, I had the old FIFAs for like Genesis, and I never played them after that.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Tony Hawk was good. Tony Hawk was good. Me and my 10-year-old nephew was playing FIFA the other day, and I got smoked. Bro, I couldn't beat him one game. He was running laps around me, man. And I had PSG. So I had everybody. I had Neymar. I had Messi.
You still couldn't win.
I was getting smoked out there, bro. Yeah, he's dumb nice at FIFA, man. He's nice.
Tekken.
Tekken. Ooh, Streets of Rage. Streets of Rage was before your time, bro. You don't remember that, man. Yeah. No. I got you, bro. I got you. Streets of Rage. Kids out there, look it up.
Streets of Rage.
Fire. Streets of Rage. Used to have Axel and Blaze. You could, all these games now, you got options and customized gear. Nah, man. Streets of Rage. You got Axel, you got Blaze, and you're going through the streets and you fighting goons all over the place. You know what I'm saying? You're fighting goons. A goon might come at you with a knife or a pipe. You smash it out of his hand, then you pick it up, then you crack him and his homies with it. And then if you needed help, you hit like B and C, and then like the backup would come, or like the car would come out and like shoot missiles out and then destroy like a whole block. Streets of Rage. They had 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah. We got way off track, but I like this conversation. This is a great conversation.
I like this. It's much better than what we were actually talking about. Duke Nukem.
Yeah, Duke Nukem was good. Duke Nukem was good. Oh, the Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time. Absolutely. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a classic.
That was a good one.
Streets of Rage was definitely a classic. Final Fight was good. Golden Axe.
Soul Calibur?
Soul Calibur was good. For Dreamcast, it was great. Soul Calibur was a great game. The original Dreamcast drop was they had a good rollout when it first came out. They had the 2Ks. They had Soul Calibur. They had a lot of good games when it came out. Mega Man was a good one. Mega Man was a good one. Jason Vizcarra says, "Where's RGT?" Yeah, I've been meaning to schedule a show with him. That this would be a good show to talk to him about. But I was looking. It looked like he's having some health battles right now. So I'm gonna check in with him and see what's going on. But I would love to get him on the show and take it back. Yeah.
Pokemon was a big one too. Yeah, Pokemon. Yep.
Yeah, see, that was after my time.
Yeah, I'm much younger than you apparently. So.
Yeah. that was after my time, man. Power Stone, right? Power Stone was one of the original Dreamcast games. Shout out to Bless in the chat. Oh, Bushido Blade for PlayStation. That was a good one. That was a good one. Yeah. Yeah, we went way off the rails in this one. We'll wrap the show up soon, but Knicks lose 134-128. We
This is what the
shifted
people
over
come
the
for,
games.
man. This is what they come
Yeah.
for, pure entertainment.
We shifted.
right?
Oh, the original Tomb Raider. Classic.
Oh, man.
The original Tomb Raider for Sega Saturn. Classic. That was a classic joint, man.
Family show.
Yeah, that was a classic, man. Who's at Marvel vs. Capcom? That was a good one. Shout out to Steve. Shout out to Sean L. Phillip, just joined the Fanchise channel membership. Gears of War, yeah, that was like one of the last series I played. I still got the forgot which one I got, maybe 3 or 4.
Did we say Mortal Kombat?
We haven't, but classic, you know.
Love that game.
Classic.
Get over here.
Yeah, the original Mortal Kombat. You had to put in the code to get blood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Congress is after that one heavy. They were trying to get that one off the map. Eddie Moore, the Japanese version of Dreamcast. Yep, definitely remember that. Def Jam Fight for New York was a good one.
Halo was a good game. Yeah.
Halo was great. Yeah, I was into the Halo series heavy.
Yeah, Halo 2 is better. My favorite one. My opinion.
I did like 2. The guns were better in 2.
Yeah.
I think that's when they brought in like the SMG. Like they had a nice little selection.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Rival Schools. I'm trying to remember what Rival Schools was. The name sounds familiar.
No idea.
Rival Schools. Yeah.
NBA Live. Yeah, NBA Live was amazing.
I was more of a 2K guy. I was into Live for a little while until once 2K came out, I was sold.
Yeah, of course.
Once 2K came out, I was into Live. Like college days, we would definitely went in on Live, but 2K took over real fast. I think the last Live I was into was they had one where like postering guys was like a big feature of the game where like you would have T-Mac and you would just like catch a guy on a poster. They had like those type of moves in Live, but after that, the Live went downhill fast once 2K took over.
Yeah. It did. It went down real fast.
Yeah, Sean L. Phillip. After 2000, Live got trash. Yeah, it was about that time. I was pretty much done with Live.
Yeah, you could also do that. I think you could do the arcade mode where if you dunked, you started seeing flames on the net.
Yeah. What else? NBA Jam Tournament Edition. Ooh, that was before your time, bro. NBA Jam Tournament Edition. The local Blockbuster by the crib, they used to have tournaments. This is before all this Twitch and all these, gamer esports now. You used to go to your local Blockbuster, sign up, and you used to go mano-a-mano against a kid in your neighborhood, show up at the Blockbuster and play NBA Jam Tournament Edition till last man standing. Then they had all the to unlock all the secret characters in NBA Jam Tournament Edition. So you should go get your Game Pro, go in the back of the Game Pro, then they give you all the codes for everybody. You could get it was crazy. They had everybody in the game.
So there is a bar that's an arcade bar.
Yeah.
Where they have NBA Jam running.
Okay.
Around here. So I went there not too long ago. Went there with a couple of my friends.
Nice.
We were there for like a good hour and a half.
Did you pick the Knicks?
I did, of course.
Okay. All right. I was going to end the show early if you didn't do that.
No, you know how. Come on, man.
Okay. All right. No doubt. Street Fighter 2 Special Champions Edition. Absolutely. Classic.
Duck Hunt.
Yeah. Duck Hunt, Duck Hunt. Yeah, you had the triple pack for Nintendo. So you had Mario 1, you had Duck Hunt, and you had the track and field game. Didn't that come in a triple pack? Or am I bugging? Somebody in the chat, my old school Nintendo heads. They had a special disc that I think had Mario, Duck Hunt, and the track and field game on one cartridge.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah, but you needed the trackpad, so we had the trackpad, and then we would do the track and field. This is before your time, Al. You looking at me like, what was that?
I was playing this game.
Before your time.
First of all, I didn't have the track one.
Yes.
whatever that is.
Bro,
but I had
see,
the duck hunt with the Mario on it.
That
okay?
see that was ahead of its time, man. You plugged in
you
the
had
track.
you had the little toy gun you could
Yeah,
shoot at
yeah,
the
with
TV.
duck hunt, yeah.
Come on, I had that.
But we had the track, boys. So then in the track, then you could square off, you know, because the track they had the 2 foot pads on the track, so you're racing on the thing.
No.
Yeah.
Nah, we weren't bougie like that in my house.
Yeah, man, you needed the track. The only thing I didn't have, shout out to Gotham Clips, the power glove. If somebody in the neighborhood had the power glove, they had paper. They were papered up. If you had the power glove, your parents had money.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, see, I'm trying to tell you, bro. It was before your time. So with the track. Now the hack with the track was that when you got up in levels on the track and field game, the computer got harder and harder. So like each of the opponents was named after an animal. So like the cheetah was like mad fast. So what you had to do was you couldn't use your legs because you would get burnt out and you was tired, but you use your hands. So you jump off the track, and when you go up against a cheetah, use your hands and smash on the pads. That's the only way you could beat the cheetah, bro. You couldn't use your legs. Yeah, you couldn't use your legs, bro.
I don't even know what you're talking. This is now a whole foreign language to me.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, this is before your time, man. But these are classics. These were classics, man. I'm trying to tell you. Paperboy. You don't even remember Paperboy, man. You're talking all this.
Paperboy. What are we doing over here? Had Burger Time, Paperboy. Hold on.
Yeah.
You ever play Clacks? Come on, man. These are the old school games.
Clacks.
You don't even know Clacks, do you?
Clacks. Nah, I don't know.
Yeah, man.
Skater
it's a tile game.
Skater die was cracking. What was it? Clacks?
Clacks. It's like a tile game. It's like a mix between Tetris and stuff like that. You know, back when video games weren't that. What's the racing game?
Rad Racer?
With Falcon.
Falcon. No, Falcon. I know there was a racing game called Falcon.
No. It's not the name. It's Falcon is one of the characters.
I think that's Rad Racer.
F-Zero.
Oh, F-Zero. That was a PlayStation game. No. That was Super Nintendo, right?
It was Nintendo. Regular.
Nintendo.
Basic.
Yeah.
NES, baby. NES. F-Zero was fire.
Yeah. Excite Bike was a good one. Altered Beast. That was a good one, man. That was a good one.
This show's gotten a lot better than I thought.
Yeah, it got a lot better, man. Got a lot better. You know what I mean? Go back to the classics.
Ooh, Star Fox. Yes.
Star Fox was a good one.
Yes.
Killer Instinct was a good one. Yeah. F-Zero soundtrack was fire. We said Marvel vs. Capcom. Tony Hawk was good. We said Twisted Metal. That was a classic. What else did I used to play? All the Ninja Turtles games. I had all those. Those
really went off the rails once Cody said.
Yeah. How do we even start talking about video games in the beginning?
Cody, thank you.
I don't even know how we started talking about video games to begin with, but yeah. Why not? Siphon Filter. That was the game I was trying to think of for PlayStation. Siphon Filter.
To anyone listening to this, who's not live with us right now, you're welcome.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to all the gamers, man. You know? Hey, we didn't lose too many people. K Marco $5 super chat says, "Don't forget the robot for Gyromite." What is that?
That I don't even know.
Gyromite. I don't know, Gyromite.
Oh. I've seen this game before.
Malbester9 says, CP, I'm surprised you got good gaming knowledge. Sir, I was a gamer, man. Before all this esports stuff, let me tell you something. If I came up in this esports era, I'd be dominating the world. They just missed me. I would be dominating the world.
Remember back in the day where your parents are like, you can't make money playing video games,
Yeah.
Well, who had the last laugh?
Right. That's right. Yeah, Nintendo, they did have the big bazooka gun. Yeah, they did. Gyromite, was that for like Commodore 64 or something? I don't know.
NES. That was
NES.
for NES. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't remember that. That might have been an early one. Michael Jackson, Moonwalker, definitely remember that one. Yeah, somebody earlier said the Coach K game. The Coach K game was hard. The Coach K game was on the NBA Live engine. So it was basically like NBA Live, but it was college sports. But this was back when like Kentucky and Duke were ill, like back in the 90s. The Coach K game was hard, and you could do like the same stuff as Live 95. Live 95 was ill because you could do like the 360s and break the backboard and whatnot. Yeah, Live 95 was a classic. Definitely a classic. Golden State was crazy in that game because you had Spreewell, Mullen, you run TMC.
Yep.
Yeah, that was Live 95 was a crazy game. Joe Montana Sports Talk Football just used to run jet sweeps the entire time, and you score every time. Every time. Yep, just run the sweep and you score every time.
How about Blitz?
Blitz was cool. Yeah, Blitz was cool. Definitely played Blitz. Tecmo Bowl, Super Bowl was my joint. Tecmo Super Bowl. I mean, every like Hall of Fame player was a 99. So like,
yeah,
you couldn't go wrong. If you were the Giants, you could be LT and you all over the field. If you were the Eagles, you could be Randall Cunningham, you're killing it. If you're Lions, you go to Barry Sanders every time, you're killing it. Jerry Rice, everything. Tecmo Super Bowl, man. Bo Jackson. You be the Raiders, you pick Bo Jackson, automatic.
What was your favorite Madden?
I don't know, man. I wasn't that into Madden. Like, it was
really
like I liked it, but like something about Madden, like I wasn't that into it. I couldn't tell you like which one was like my ultimate favorite. Like I was playing them like the one with Eddie George on it. What year was that? 2001?
Yeah, 2001.
I thought that one was a good one. The one with Michael Vick.
That's the one I was going for. 2004, Michael Vick.
Yeah, the one with Michael Vick on it. Michael Vick was good. Ricardo, yeah. If you had Neo Geo, you definitely had money. If you had Neo Geo, Atari Jaguar, the 3DO Panasonic, your peoples had bread. You definitely had some money. Definitely. Especially like Atari Jaguar, like all that, yeah. If you had Neo Geo, you would paper it up. Yeah.
Madden 05 was good with Ray Lewis too, yeah.
That one was good. Yeah, I was playing Madden in those days. Playing Madden in those days.
That's all I was playing. I was playing Madden.
Daniel H. Madden 95 when they made the first big graphic jump. I remember that one as well. Nah, I don't remember Nintendo Robot. I don't think so. Think so. Yeah, man. WWF No Mercy, definitely. All right, yeah, good conversation, man. We'll pick this back up with RGT, man. I'll find him, and once he gets back up to speed, we'll get him back on the phone. Get him back on the show. Get him on the show for the first time. All right, to the phones we go. Let's wrap this up, man. Area code 347. What's your name? Where you calling in from?
What's good? CP Alex is Donald from the BX.
What's good, bro? How you feeling, bro?
What up?
I'm feeling all right. How you guys doing today?
Good. And number 21 per Indiana tops number 1 Purdue. So Mike Whitson's Indiana Hoosiers gets a big upset today. But yeah, go ahead.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. I'm gonna keep it rapid fire. So Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, both scored, 65 points together.
Mm-hmm.
So, just in my opinion, I think, obviously OG's defense would have helped us tremendously. But obviously for the right price. When I say let's go get OG, I'm not saying sell the house to get OG, man.
Mm-hmm.
If it makes sense, which it probably won't, then we probably won't get him. But if we can make something percolate, then we should definitely get the guy, man. Because his defense is just top tier. Then I got RJ needs to get in the gym and work on his threes because he's just been missing a lot of shots. And he played way too many minutes, in my opinion. He should have sat down a few more minutes today. Then when we were up 3 at the end of the game, I think we should have definitely have fouled. It just made more sense. Even if we had a foul, I don't know. I just feel like we should have fouled. Then shout out to QG, man, on that clutch 3.
Yeah.
I mean, he had me on top of my couch going crazy.
Yeah.
So he's building up those nerves, man. So shout out to QG. And then I also want to say that we can see how much we're missing blocking this under the basket, man. Like, he might be second most important player we got, man, after Jalen Brunson. Because Julius is there. I'm not a big Julius fan. But yeah, we're missing him for sure. And then I just want to add that I'm definitely smiling over here, over the Kyrie debacle in Brooklyn, man. Like, oh, it feels good. Yeah. It feels so good. It feels so good. That's about
man.
Man.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate the call. We got to go rapid fire, man. I think my man wrote down like all his takes on paper and was just running them off one by one. Area code 929. What's your name? Where you calling in from?
Hey, my name is Chris. I'm calling from Seattle, originally from Brooklyn.
Seattle, okay.
Hey, originally from Brooklyn. I just want to say I really want to do that trade with the Jazz. I just feel like Obi, his role doesn't fit with this team because I feel like Obi's a starter on a lot of teams.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Vanderbilt, I think he's a role player and I think he fits this team just because you can actually play Randall and Vanderbilt together because Vanderbilt guards the 1 through 4. And that gives us a lot of flexibility with the rotation. And, he's an interchangeable player. And then you get Malik Beasley to also in that trade, which, it gives us back what we're missing from Obi when it comes to the three-point shot. And I just feel like that trade makes the sense for us. It's going to cost us less. It's going to cost us less. We get to burn some fat off this roster with Evan Fournier. Unfortunately, we got to give away a pick and Obi, but I think that's just the best-case scenario for us when it comes to roster. And, whatever happens, happens. But I feel like that trade is better for us in the long run than the OG trade. Thank you, guys.
Okay. Appreciate the call, man. Well, that trade would most likely be cheaper as well than the OG trade. So we'll see. I think it's possible. Appreciate the call, man. To the Discord we go. Harry Love from Tulum. Let's go.
Yo, what's up, CP? How's everybody doing?
Well, welcome back, man. Welcome back, bro.
Thanks so much. I can't believe you don't know Gyromite. I'm gonna start with that. I guess I'm crazy old. I'm 45. So
When did Gyromite come out? Was that
that was the original release? It was like Super Mario Brothers and Gyromite. It had a robot that you had these wheels that spun in the robot, and you put it and it actually controlled the game. It was crazy.
What?
It was like this. Yeah, it was a whole side. It was like the regular Nintendo, and you got the deluxe had a robot, and it spun these wheels, and then you put it, and it would push the button, and it would make these things go up and down for Gyromite. It was crazy. Yeah, it was super gimmicky because you got tired of it like within like a week or two.
Yeah.
Super gimmicky, but I convinced my parents to get it for Christmas for sure.
No doubt.
Yeah. Yeah. But let me be really quick. I don't want to hold your time up.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, for real, we lost tonight. To be honest, I really didn't expect to win tonight, but I was like super pissed off the whole game. But in the fourth, I really like how the youth got a lot of time and they brought us back. Like it showed some fight. They brought us back into it. But I hated to lose the way we did. I feel like Hartenstein should have closed out a lot faster. I feel like he's always like both of our backup centers, aside from Mitch, are always like a second late. Their timing is always off in the jump, for real. And I'm just like, but what are you gonna do? That's Hartenstein, but he's doing a lot better. But that is what it is.
Yeah.
And I know Randall's has been carrying us a lot, but his turnovers are ridiculous. It's always like Randall always does like so well most of the game, and then like you as a Knicks fan, at some moment when it's within like 3 or 4 minutes, he's gonna do something. He's gonna do something to like mess up the whole flow.
Yes.
And he's like will cause a turnover. And I appreciate what he's done, but I think we should sell high on him for real. Another thing, real quick, Brunson should be an all-star. I'm gonna tell you, like dude, he's like doing so good. He's been like our best player, I think. I don't know how he's not an all-star. And the last thing I'm gonna tell you, let you go. I don't want to hold up your time. Is Grimes has been improving. Like I just keep seeing him. Like he's been missing a lot of threes, but all the other things he'd be doing. And tonight he hit those threes, and like his passes have been like thick. Like recently, his decision making has been really good. He drives to the basket really well. When he drives, you could basically guarantee it's going to be a bucket for the most part.
Yeah.
And with that, CP, I'll leave you, Alex. I appreciate all you guys are doing, and that's it.
Appreciate the call, man. Harry out in Tulum. So he explained the legend of Gyromites. That was a little before my time out. That was a little before
when he said, CP, you're too young.
Yeah. That was before my time. I accept that. You know what I'm saying? I definitely accept that. Maybe I'll
you know how I feel.
Yeah. Maybe I'll check out some Spiral the Dragon highlights on YouTube or so. Maybe somebody's playing it on Twitch and can catch me up on what the hype was about. You know what I'm saying? Spyro the Dragon.
Hey man, now it's all about
Bionic Commando. Yeah, you don't know about that one.
Yeah, but I played Spider-Man recently. The Miles Morales one, that's top tier.
They got a Spider-Man game?
Yeah, man. PlayStation.
Okay. For the new PlayStation.
Miles Morales, favorite one.
Okay.
Down. Best one.
Check that one out, man. KnicksFanTV. That might be in the works. Bionic Commando was hard. Yeah, Double Dragon, definitely. Contra, classics. Bionic Commando, classics. Definitely classics. Summer Games. You don't remember Summer Games. You definitely don't remember Summer Games.
Summer Games?
Yeah, Summer Game. Like they had like Summer Games competition. So you had like the hacky sack. You had surfing. You had
I know what you're talking about.
Skateboarding. Summer Games. Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that was a sleeper. That was definitely a sleeper. Pit Fighter, Primal Rage. Yeah. All right, yeah, good one, man. This thing went completely off the rails, but I like the direction. I like the direction. Anything goes on KnicksFanTV, man. Shout out to everybody who chimed in, who tuned in. Knicks lose, man.
VGTV coming soon.
Yeah, 134 to 128. Knicks lose a tough one, and we'll be back tomorrow, man. Same time, well, earlier, about 9 o'clock Eastern time. Knicks take on the 76ers at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure you guys lock in. We'll see how much they have left in the tank and if they can bounce back and find some mojo here, man. Shout out to Hoodie's Vincent says NBA Live 95 Starks for 3. Yes. Haiku Homie says, just my opinion, CAA should change their name to CACA. Okay. Shout out to Haiku Homie. Always dropping bars. Dejan Holland says, CP, you're losing credibility for not knowing Spyro Tomatoes. Yeah,
yes.
Sorry, man.
Let's go.
Sorry, man. I didn't know that one. Earthworm Jim. Shout out to Hoodies Vintage again. He says Allen Houston was unstoppable in 2K on Dreamcast. That is correct, sir. And one of the things with 2K, like the early ones, was a Street Ball. Street Ball on 2K was a good game because you could play like 3-on-3, 4-on-4, 5-on-5 on the blacktop on like different courts. The 2K was ahead of its time, but yeah, the Street Ball was good. I used to play as the Knicks. Well, my sleeper team was the Bucks. Ooh. Yeah, I used to do 3-on-3 with the Bucks and play with Sam Cassell, Glenn Big Dog Robinson, and Ray Allen because Ray Allen was splashing from everywhere. And then Big Dog, he had game. You know what I'm saying? Big Dog had game all 3 levels, and then you have Sam Ian bringing the ball up. That was my Street Ball squad in NBA 2K.
Every time I played 2K and did my career mode, I don't know why, but like every single time, the Bucks were always like the team selecting me in the draft. I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, man. 2K Street Ball. Nick in the chat knows what it is, man. Street Ball and 2K was Lakers. I mean, obviously Lakers were nasty in Street Ball, but the Bucks were a sleeper team on Street Ball as well, man. Absolutely, man. Absolutely, yeah. Cassell was a beast. First Lady of Sports says we need to roll the dice like the Pacers did with Sabonis. They knew they were going nowhere. The Knicks are in the same situation. Trey Julius. First Lady of Sports. Wow, she went there. Victor Barahona says we need size. Would you put RJ in a package to bring OG in? I'm not ready to trade RJ. No. Nope. What about you, Al?
No, not ready for that.
Yeah. And a late entry super chat. Alex from Zane M. He says, Alex finally willing to trade Obi. So does that mean CP was right with him being...
No.
Let me put this on the full screen.
No. One was... First of all, we're not...
Whoa.
CP loves to add not only that it was the player development mismanagement, but he also brought in the talent of the player himself.
Whoa. Shout out to Zane for the super chat. Hey, like I said, I just sit back and let all my takes marinate. People so quick to throw my takes in the freezer. Not so fast. Not so
all those
fast.
Tweets of all the videos of what you said. You want to do that?
Hey, whatever it takes to make you feel good, because at the end of the day, they're all gonna come right back here and say, you know what, the franchise told us so.
You loving this only tells me one thing: rent free.
Listen, no, that's not rent free. The guy brought it up. The guy spent Skrilla.
You're loving it. You're thinking about it. You're waiting every single moment. You're waiting every single moment for someone to bring it up.
The guy spent money and was asking for your opinion. He spent money. It's not rent free. He brought the topic up. He paid the rent.
I see you. I see it in your face every single time. You're just waiting every single day for someone to say it. You're just waiting every single day.
Listen, the guy paid the rent. I'm just providing the commentary. That's it. I'm providing my opinion.
Here we go.
You provide your opinion.
The conductor of this conversation.
I'm just a conductor, man. I'm just here.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just here, man. To shout out to Zane. He brought it up. He paid the rent. You know what I'm saying? All good. All good. M Suave says, so what do we do to get rid of Tom? I don't know. Julie Chroma says, so trade RJ for who? Who do you want to trade RJ for? First Lady of Sports says Brunson could have fouled Kawhi before he passed the ball to Morris. Kawhi was not shooting at the time he was passing. That is correct. Porter Carroll, appreciate it. Robert Randolph says Tibbs, SMH. Any other coach, guys, just don't allow a three, foul anyone. So Robert Randolph throwing Tibbs under the bus.
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Okay. All right. So, yeah, man, great conversation, great show, everybody. Remember that the show is available in audio podcast format. So if you miss it, you could always catch it on audio podcast. And we'll be back tomorrow, man. Back-to-back Knicks versus Sixers. Support our sponsors, man. Great show out. We out of here. Peace.